Hi everyone, MC Rich S here. Welcome back to Ghost of the Doll 78. I saw the Barbie movie and I have a few things to say. So please join me as I say those things whilst unboxing this Ken that Mattel very kindly sent me. Just kidding, I paid for him myself. Please be aware there will be spoilers and some of my comments will not be in chronological order. So expect things to be a little all over the place. First off, I did enjoy the film. I'd have enjoyed it more if I wasn't sat in a screening room with a ton of 6-year-old Barbie fans accompanied by the parents. What were they thinking? And having to get up every 5 minutes because, well, small children have small bladders and those small bladders do not do well with giant buckets of pop. And while I did enjoy the film, I'm not paying to see it again. I get that a lot of you are in love with the Barbie movie, but, well, I'm not. I don't think it's the cinematic masterpiece that a lot of you seem to think it is. Now, don't get me wrong, it was good, but it wasn't great. And I'm going to tell you why I think this. What did I love? The Barbie Land set was phenomenal. The dream houses were a sight to behold, everything pink, and I'm not a pink fan, by the way, and how you would imagine any dream house to be. The set was childlike and gorgeously dressed. The backgrounds all being painted like an old Hollywood film were just wow. The costumes were fabulous and I had a great time outfit spotting and working out who all the background Barbies were. Character-wise, I thought Margot Robbie was a good choice for Barbie. Carol McGiffin of Loose Women fame said that Jordan should have been Barbie, and, well, Carol, I can't see Mattel wanting to touch Jordan with a 10-foot Barbie pink barge pole. For those of you who are not from the UK, Jordan is a glamour model who has had a troubled past of late, so not really appropriate for Barbie, and she can't act. So, go suck a lemon, Carol. Anyway, Margot Robbie as stereotypical Barbie was the best choice, honestly. She brought the right amount of everything to a role. Ryan Gosling was a hoot and well suited to being stereotypical Ken. I'm calling him that because, well, I can. He had the look of Ken from the late 80s and the 90s, and his outfits were chef's kiss. Who stole the show for me, though, was Simu Liu? Not sure how to pronounce his name, I'm awfully sorry. And Michael Cera. So good, and I loved their performances. Especially Michael Cera's Alan stepping out of the shadows and having his time in the spotlight. In all honesty, I had no problem with the cast apart from Will Ferrell. What was he there for? Which leads me into what I didn't love. The Mattel executives were just there. They didn't really serve any purpose other than trying to get Barbie back in the box. Gloria. Oh, Gloria, Gloria, Gloria. So much potential for a proper female character arc in regards to female empowerment, mother and daughter relationships. So much could have been done with the character. And while we're here, female empowerment. I love female empowerment. I didn't love how female empowerment was portrayed throughout the film. There just wasn't enough of it. Or it wasn't thought through enough. Or it was edited down to make it more Hollywood palatable. There was a real opportunity to say something big about women in society and how they are placed second to men. While the theme was there, it just didn't feel fully fleshed out. Mainly because of lukewarm Gloria. I really do think she was a missed opportunity of a character. So much could have been done with her and her relationship with Sasha. How the relationship became as strong between them as it did. Because Sasha did not just decide to pink up and rollerblade all the way to Barbie Land in a matter of 2 minutes, or suddenly become Barbie's BFF after blaming her for setting women's rights back by 700 years. What I did enjoy about the female empowerment aspect of the movie is the way that the Kens were treated in Barbie Land. This is the way that, well, women have been treated by men for hundreds, if not thousands of years, and I am here for it. If your fragile masculinity is so triggered by the way the Kens are treated that you buy Barbies just to melt them, I love that for you, Ben Shapiro, you stupid little man. Imagine being that offended by a film, but this is a man who has said publicly his wife has never had an orgasm, so are we surprised? Which brings me to the Kendom and Weird Barbie. The Kendom and Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House were pretty funny, but it did go on for a tiny bit too long. I did like Barbie's realisation that she'd been a bit of a bad person to Ken when he told her, "Every night is boys' night," and walked off, leaving us standing in the street. See, I'm fair to the sexes. Okay, so Weird Barbie. Fabulous. Really enjoyed her. When I was a child, I was incredibly attached to my dolls and would play with them until the hair was frayed from brushing and the face paint had rubbed away. So I would give them new faces with felt tips and try to sort the hair out, so I had a few Weird Barbie dolls myself. I loved her. I loved the fact that she knew things the other Barbies didn't. I loved that she knew about the real world. I loved that she was the Oracle, that she gave a home to the outcast dolls and Tanner the pooping dog. Do I have a Tanner? I might have. I should look. Sugar Daddy Ken and Earring Magic Ken made brief appearances, and I have questions, mainly what in the blue fudge was that thing on Earring Magic Ken's head? They gave him that hairstyle? What? I mean, what was that? Sugar's litter maid? Because that wasn't hair. Surely that wasn't hair. But with that being said, it was great to see them. And what about Midge? I needed to see Midge. I needed her to pluck off that pregnant belly and fish around for the baby like a lost mascara in her handbag. And what about Skipper? Poor Skipper, only seen briefly from the treehouse after her escape to Key West 10 years previously, where she kidnapped some children and tried to take them surfing. We need this sequel. It needs to be a 15 certificate and a horror film. Please, Greta Gerwig. I was surprised at how quickly the Barbies folded to the new misogynistic Kens. I mean, these women were previously the president, Nobel Prize winners, construction workers, and they just, went, okay, and turned into a community of French maids. The Ken musical numbers were fun. Gloria's monologue was good. It would have been much more impactful had we seen Gloria go through everything that she was monologuing about. The Barbie deprogramming went on for a bit too long, as it did the Kendom part of the film. I thought all the Kens dance-offing at the beach separated into two warring factions after the deprogrammed Barbies turned them against each other was really funny. And my favourite part was a mum sat in front of me explaining that men can kiss each other on the cheeks if they want to. So, the Barbies take back control of Barbie Land, the Kens become beach again, and stereotypical Barbie makes things right with Ken, who declares, "Ken is me," beginning a chorus of Ken is me from the other Kens. Stereotypical Barbie isn't told, yay, though. She wants to be human, so she gets a visit from the ghost of Ruth Handler and she makes a human. This was a bit out of place, I thought. The film didn't really need it. So there's some blinding light, and the next thing you know, Barbie is sat in the back of Gloria's car being dropped off at some offices. She goes inside and says to the receptionist that her name is Barbara Handler. And the last line of the film, I'm here to see the gynecologist. Cue one little girl asking her mum what a gynecologist was. So, some stray thoughts. It was great that the ghost of Ruth Handler made jokes about her tax problems. The old lady at the bus stop wasn't the real Barbara Handler. Handler? Not sure what her married name is, but it was nice to see her represented. Connor Swindells was the only good thing about the Mattel executives. Did the world really run out of pink paint? I think not. There was a ton of it at my local B&Q, and finally, why are the Barbie movie dolls twice as expensive here in the UK? USA, $25 for Perfect Day Barbie. UK, $44.99 for the exact same doll. Oddly enough, though, Asian Ken was only £4 more expensive. What is going on, Mattel? If you've made it this far, thank you for listening to me rant. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Definitely comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on the Barbie movie. Also, Mini MC Rich S has flown to Turkey for a full body cosmetic surgery makeover. So it's going to be more MC Canadian dollar for the next couple of videos while he recovers. So yeah, like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Not really, joking. So you've seen me faffing about in this video with two Kens. I don't like the articulation on Asian Ken's body. For the amount of money it cost, he should have had far better articulation, at least bending ankles. And I would have liked his hips to have, had more rotation. So I did a body swap with him and the buff Ken Lux doll. I think it's just so much better. I was worried about the colour match, but I think it's pretty spot on. Much prefer him on this body, much prefer the range of articulation. The shoes, as you're going to see in a second, were a bit of a tight fit. But yeah, I got them on eventually, and I was I was also really surprised that the jumpsuit fit. On we go. A little bit of a struggle there. It was a bit of a tight fit. Okay, so now I'll pop him on the stand and you'll get to see him in his full glory. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now.